What does Mount Shasta have in store for us? I am so excited to be here live with you all today. And if you hadn't heard, I am gathering an intimate group of healers on retreat in Mount Shasta in June. And it is such an honor and a blessing to have the amazing, incomparable Callie Whitworth here with me today to share what the astrology has in store for us at that time. And if you're coming to Mount Shasta with me, if you feel a calling to visit Mount Shasta, or if you think maybe you want to tune in to what we're doing at that time from the comfort of your own home, we have many options of how you can take advantage of the amazing energy happening at that time. And if you have not met Callie before, Callie is an amazing energy healer and astrologer who brings together her unique gifts in a really special way to help guide leaders on their path to bringing their true gifts to the world. So we are here together to support you on your journey today. And it looks like our guests are arriving. Hello, Teresa, Keira, John. Thank you for dropping in today. I'm so excited to see you all. And Callie, before we go into the reading, I'd love to hear a little bit more about you and what called you to tune in this way with us today.
Oh, well, I absolutely love the work that you do, Keira, and the powerful energy that you bring through your presence is so strong and it's so rewarding every time we connect. So I was really excited to hop on the call and share with your guests what like potential energies could be happening for them if they join in with this Mount Shasta retreat with you and your powerful presence and the way that you bring energy through your system in such a supportive, spacious way.
Oh, thank you so much, Callie. That is such a blessing. And I just feel so much gratitude in my heart for your presence here today. And when we spoke about this before, when we planned this call, you said that you would be prepared to offer a reading for the collective around what is available at the Mount Shasta retreat. And then you said you'd also be open to tuning in with any individuals that come on live. Will you share if someone is out there live with us right now? What would you need to hear from them to be able to tune in with their personal energy?
Um, so if anyone is interested in sharing, like diving into their personal energy with the Mount Shasta retreat, what's going to be cooking for them, what I'm going to be looking for is their birthday. So, and if they have the time of birth, that's even better. But that's all I need to get deep diving in.
All right. Well, very soon we're going to dive into what is available at Mount Shasta. And if you are out there live and you want to hear what is available for you in particular at Mount Shasta, then into the comments of this video, put your birth date. And if you have the more information, the better: birthday, time, year, and then Callie will tune in with you. And in the meantime, we'll go into a more general collective reading. And I'm going to put the Mount Shasta retreat dates here so that we can drop in together.
Let me just add that if you're born outside of the US, like to drop in that place that you were born.
Yes, the place of birth. Thank you. And we're getting some of those already. So first I'm going to put up here the dates of the retreat. And we'll do the general reading. And then as we And I see the dates coming in. So when it's your turn, I'll put your dates and times up on the screen as well to help keep us all focused. Oh, this is fun. I'm seeing all the dates popping up for everyone's birthdays. I wonder if I should put mine in here too. Oh, did I lose your audio, Callie? I don't know what happened.
Oh, I'm adding
Oh, there
in
you are.
the charts so that we'll be ready to go
Oh, great.
a little later.
Oh, that's right. And Teresa is bringing her daughter, so she put her daughter in here as well. Do you have a birth time for your daughter, Teresa? This is so much fun. I have never done this astrology live before, and I just want to put in my my awe and wonder and gratitude for this moment that Callie is willing to jump in live on the spot to do this. It's just an amazing blessing. So if you don't out there know what an amazing gift this is, I just want you to really drink it in. This is an amazing opportunity. And I really highly recommend if you're wanting to drop in more deeply to your own personal astrology and how you can use your astrology with the astrology of the times to create your life path journey and really drop into what is of the highest good for you. Callie is an amazing gift to this world, the way that she brings her own presence through the astrology. I had a really special opportunity to receive a business astrology session from Callie, and it really helped me to bring in my focus and recognize some gifts that were available to me that I hadn't even realized were there. So I highly recommend spending some time with Callie outside of this time and just take this opportunity to drink it in. Oh, this is beautiful. Teresa sees vibrational waves and sparks around you, Callie. And yes, Teresa, she is amazing. Teresa is a pretty amazing healer and powerful meditation guide and Akashic Records reader as well. And Keira is also a very powerful healer in his own right. And I love this recognition, the unique energy flow from a different medium. Very cool. So I'm going to let you kind of guide us, Callie, and I will pop up when you're ready to look at an individual. I will pop up the dates from the comments onto the screen, and but I'm going to let you kind of guide us at this point.
Great. Yeah, I'm ready. So I didn't figure out how to post the astrology chart for the Mount Shasta retreat. So I don't have a visual, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. We'll just talk about some of the major things that are going on. Um, and I just think it's such a great, exciting time because on June 9th, the first day of the retreat, we've got so much energy going on in Gemini. The
Mm.
sun, the moon, and Mercury are all in Gemini, along with the North Node. And I like to think of the North Node as the North Star. It's where our soul is longing us to go. It's our potential, what our soul really wants us to aim for in our lifetime. And we each have an individual uh, North Node point. And right now, the North Node for the collective is in Gemini, and it's being amplified and activated by those three planets, the sun, the moon, and Mercury, all in Gemini.
Wow.
Yeah, so huge energy about stepping into our soul's potential, what our soul is wanting us to step into, our soul growth. So I just can't imagine like the opportunity, the amazing potential that Mount Shasta retreat will bring with the Mount Shasta energy, with your energy, Keira, and then the energy of your community that's coming together virtually and locally. So,
Mm.
yeah, just
Wow.
that piece is so exciting to me.
Yeah, and I think of Gemini as the sign of friendship and communication. And so when you shared that, I was like, oh, it feels like a portal is opening for us to connect in a really deep way on that first evening as we're gathering and preparing for the work that we'll be doing together. So beautiful.
So my dog is, she's talking to me right now. It's okay.
Patricia, there is an opportunity to come to Mount Shasta, and there is also an opportunity to join the retreat virtually. I will go ahead and put the links in the comments so you can check it out. And if you're just joining us, Callie is offering an amazing gift today to share the astrological alignment for our Mount Shasta retreat, whether you join live or virtually. And if you want your personal reading for what is aligning for you at that time and what you might receive from joining us, then drop your birth date and time and place into the chat. What else have you got for us, Callie?
So when I saw this, that 40% of the planets are going to be in water, I just knew, oh my goodness, this is so right on for all the intuitives, the energy healers, the light workers that are coming together for this treat, this retreat. It's just so good to have all that water sign activated, 40% of the planets in water, because water represents our intuitions, our connection to spirit. And I also really love that we have Mars and Venus. And I like to think of like kind of like our left and right sides as Mars and Venus. So they're both going to be in Cancer during this time. Um,
Wow. So that what I'm in hearing that, I'm sensing a really deep healing opportunity for our relationships, for our love life, for our deep inner emotional being to be held in safety and security. Does that sound like a reasonable assessment?
oh yes, yes.
Mm. Yeah, and the water in Mount Shasta, because we're having all of these water signs, I just want to mention there is an amazing spring that it takes 50 years for the water to bubble from under Mount Shasta to where it comes to the air. And it's some of the most fresh, healing spring water that you can drink. It's activated from the depths of Mount Shasta. And we also will be, as well as visiting this spring and being blessed with this water, we also will be visiting some amazing portal sacred site locations with waterfalls and lakes that we can swim in. It's going to be quite an amazing watery adventure.
Mm, mm. I I'm so excited for that. Just the cleansing, the opening up, the receiving, the intuitive downloads that are going to be coming through. Because we've also got Neptune and Jupiter in the sign of Pisces. Such
Oh.
spiritual. I mean, very very deep spiritual.
Mm.
Um, so also, if you're into dreaming, I imagine that dreams will be talking to you during this retreat with Neptune
Hmm.
Pisces.
Yeah, I think of Pisces as the dreaming and also really activating our waking dream. We're going to be doing some very shamanic work in Mount Shasta. And Mount Shasta area is actually where the trees told me that I am a shaman. And there are many spirit beings with this land that are just waiting to communicate with those of you who are feeling called into a deeper relationship with these etheric and physical beings of nature. Yeah, beautiful.
I get goosebumps when you talk about the nature spirits that are ready to connect and come forward. It's all over.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah. So um, I want to talk a little bit about how the moon will be moving through the signs over the retreat dates. So it's going to start out in the air sign and connecting with all that air energy. And I think the other thing that comes through to me is that we're activating like our soul's potential, and we're also activating the part of us to talk about it, to actually communicate with others about our gifts. That energy of the water, so having that strong air energy to talk about it will be so beneficial. And then the moon is going to move into Cancer and line up with Venus and with Mars. And on the last dates, the moon is moving into Leo, and Mars is actually going to be moving into Leo as well on the 12th. So
Mm,
I like how I took it as like these choice of dates is really connecting in with our inner world, that watery energy, but bringing through the fire at the end, that passion, that aliveness, the energy to step forward with our gifts. So if you have been like wanting more of a oomph in your step or stepping out into the world with your gifts, that's such a Leo energy. It's so beautiful that those two planets, the moon and Mars, are going to be in Leo towards the end of the.
mm. Yeah, that is quite amazing. As you're talking, I was just thinking about that, how we can go deep into our personal healing and then really step forward ready to share as we integrate all of what we do together. Then you'll be supported to go home and share that and share it in the way that your soul is uniquely designed to share. So beautiful. Mm.
Yeah. Um, so the last piece I wanted to end with is the two planets that are in Earth signs, Pluto and Uranus. And Pluto's retrograde right now in Capricorn. And me being a Capricorn, I've been really feeling it. But the beautiful piece of Pluto retrograde in Capricorn is it's really bringing some deep transformational energies, um, getting rid of old structures that have been holding us back or limiting us. It's just, especially like societal structures where as intuitives or empaths or light workers, like we were told there wasn't a space for us, those old paradigms are shifting. Um, so I just wanted to bring in those grounding pieces, especially
Mm.
as the other planet in the Earth energy that likes to rock and roll and rebel and get things moving in greater service for humanity.
Mm. Oh, I'm getting chills as you're sharing that, not just for this opportunity in the Shasta retreat, but for the opportunity planet-wide for us as healers right now. So I really invite you, if you're watching this, whether you're here with us live or on the replay, to drop into that deeper calling and recognize there is a space opening up for you to be more authentically who you are. And you don't need to be stuck in that old paradigm of judgment anymore. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that, Callie. That is really exciting.
Yeah. So I'm so excited for the dates that have been chosen for this retreat.
Mm, yeah, so amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if you have any other insights or questions you want me to dig into with the retreat before we move into the personal pieces.
Mm. I feel like you gave us a really good overview of what is available for the collective at that time. And I'm curious how you would like to do the more personal segment.
Oh, I have got their charts ready to go, so I can just dive in and start with John Stewart.
All right, John Stewart, born at 4 p.m. on February 13th, 1963, in Manchester, UK. So nice to have you here with us today, John.
So, John, when I look at your chart, I'm looking at where Gemini is activating for you, because that's where we started out with all those planets. And I'm looking at the 11th house, and so that tells me like I what I'm curious about is if you've been longing for like an upgrade to your community, longing maybe to find more supportive friendships or friendships that really light you up and light up your soul's work. This is a time to call that in and maybe even use the Mount Shasta retreat as a way to connect in and bring in more community, more like-minded people so that you can have the conversations that are so exciting that you just want to keep talking. uh,
Mm,
the other piece is like considering if you've been doing like wanting to do some group work, that this is a great time for reflection, building that in, letting those downloads come in. That group work could come in pretty fast. The energy of Gemini is really, really fast, like lightning speed. So that's the other potential of this Mount Shasta retreat for the collective is lightning speed insights, lightning speed
mm,
downloads that come in very quickly.
mm. Amazing. John, as Callie was speaking about you, I really felt your higher self, your Aquarian light being who is really here to be a leader in the collective. And I'm feeling a really powerful opportunity for you to step into a stronger leadership role. So I hope you will. I see you're in the UK, so I hope you will join us virtually and be part of the amazing community that will be on. I'm limiting my virtual retreat to 22 people because I want everyone to be on one Zoom screen together. So it will be like a retreat group. We're not going to have pages and pages of people to scroll through. And there really will be an opportunity to drop into the intimate space of the retreat, even if you're joining us virtually. We'll create a space for you to connect one-on-one with each other and in small groups so that you can really feel that community energy that is such an important part of joining a retreat community.
Mm, beautiful. And I just want to mirror back, Kira, the leadership piece that came through. It's so strong in your chart, John. And it actually is going to be activated, exactly activated by Mars in Cancer. That's where
Mm.
your North Node, or what I like to call the North Star, is for you, is in Cancer. So it is like your soul is longing you to step into your intuitive gifts. If you have any healing abilities, um, like your sensitive side, the caring side, that's what your soul is wanting you to develop more and more with your presence this lifetime. And Mars is going to be amplifying it. And it's such an interesting piece for you also because your Mercury, your mind, is in Capricorn and it's opposite. So it's almost like in a tug of war with what your soul is wanting you to do. So if you ever get into the thinking a little too logically, or that structured thinking, I'm a I'm a Mercury in Capricorn also, so I understand how my thinking can get a little too structured at times, or a little rigidity comes in. So this is going to be a potential for like mind opening experiences for you, new ways of thinking, um, and processing. And Pluto's been showing you a lot of that, I imagine, in the past few months, anyways.
Mhm. Yeah. Let us know how this is landing for you, John. It is really, I feel like I'm getting to know you. And I mean, you're just like a little picture and a name on my screen, but I feel like I'm getting to know you. So I'd love to hear how this is all landing for you over there.
Mm. Yeah, John, this is, I'm just going to say that you've got a lot going on in your chart right now. So much with Pluto and Mars and Saturn, some pretty heavy hitters. So if you've been feeling some heaviness or some resistance coming in, it's pretty normal with everything that's coming in
Mhm.
for you. So I guess if we don't hear from him, we'll just move on.
Yeah, we'll just move on and then we'll check back in. If he drops a comment, we'll check back in with him.
All right, sounds good. All right.
So moving on to, is Teresa next on your list?
Yes.
All right, Teresa at that's 8:35 a.m. I like how it's asterisk 35 a.m. I think that's a great notation.
Yeah, a
Mm.
fellow Capricorn. So I feel you in all the Capricorn energy. Oh, what a beautiful chart you have, Teresa. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. You are a master manifester. Oh, I'm gonna send you my wish list.
Right? Mm.
Hmm. So the first thing that pops out to me, Teresa, is your North Node or your North Star in Gemini. Um, so, oh my goodness, if you're ready to up level and align more with what your soul is calling you to do with your life, um, this retreat is an excellent time. This is an excellent time for you with the Sun, the Moon, and Mercury, along with the North Node, all in Gemini, activating your North Star in Gemini. Um, and the other thing that's going on, since Mercury is going to be retrograde in Gemini and like right on your North Star, it's going to be a time for you to really go through those limiting beliefs, those things that hold you back, that thinking that is keeping you from your potential of having fun. Like your chart, like have fun with life. It's totally what you're here for. Even if you have so much earth energy and you can be really very practical, I imagine. you're here to have what you want. Master manifester. Just so beautiful.
Mm. Yay. She's ready.
All right. And I just want to drop into that your North Star is in the 5th house. So having that energy of the child, the childlike play, the innocence, the essence that comes through, the not afraid to stand up and be yourself in public. That's also like a deeper message for your soul's longing coming in.
Mm. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is exciting, Teresa. I'm very excited to see what's coming through for you at this retreat. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, now I want to hear how this week goes for everyone that I'm doing little mini readings for, what comes through.
Yeah.
And the other piece, Teresa, that I would just drop in for you is that if there's been any soul lessons that, like life lessons that you've been kind of like going through the circle of like year after year learning, Jupiter is going to be shining its lucky star on your life lessons during this week.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow, that is amazing, Teresa, to have this opportunity to really move on from the cyclical lessons that you've been experiencing for so many years. It's really exciting. I'm so excited for you.
All right. So, do you have anything to share for Teresa, Keira?
Oh, I'm just feeling so much magic opening up. And Teresa, I know very well, so I can really drop in. Like as you're sharing these things, I can really see these openings happening for her. And oh my gosh, I'm so grateful, Teresa, to have the opportunity to share this transformation with you, because it really is a unique blessing, and to have the opportunity to witness your growth over the last couple of years, and then to have it culminating in this amazing opportunity right now is just, I have no words for the blessing that I'm feeling, the gratitude that I'm feeling to be able to witness that. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. So who's next on your list? Is it Kirath?
Yes, I've got Keira. Yes.
Kirath, my soul family in South Africa. So good to have you here today. Mm.
Keira, I get so much emotion coming through when I connect in with your chart and see your moon and Saturn so close together. So life lessons are really, really emotionally deep for you, like compared to some other people, or maybe most people in your life. You have like um, a deeper emotional sensitivity to your life learning. And wow, what the sun and the moon and Mercury and the North Node are going to be activating for you for that week in June, with your moon and Saturn in Gemini. Oh, just got to take a deep breath because there's um, there's so much here, so much. I just gotta like take another deep breath. Space. it it's going to be a week of an opportunity for some deep emotional healing, and also again like getting out of that cyclical life lessons that keep repeating, showing up, really deep potential and aligning with what your soul is wanting you to bring forth in your lifetime. Um, and and so much so that um, what you've got going on in Sagittarius, the planets that you have that are in the tug of war with your moon and Saturn, and the one that shows up right away is your mind. So if you ever feel like that pull between what your mind wants you to do, that logical thinking, and then no, your heart wants you to do something else, your emotions are calling you to do this other thing, that's that's that pull that you were born under between Mercury and your moon. And so this tug of war is going to be activated for you, but there's an opportunity for you to really sink in, and find your true center, your true knowing, so that you can live with more steadiness, more self assurance.
Mm.
And also, um, any of your dreams that have been held stagnant in your lifetime, anything that you really wanted to pursue, um, especially if it was like traveling or writing a book, or teaching, this is going to be coming up. Your heart's really going to be talking to you about these long held dreams that haven't quite come to fruition yet, and the emotional blocks that you have the potential to release and heal, will help those dreams come through.
Mm. Wow, I'm feeling so much depth in and I always feel that in your presence, Kirath, but I'm feeling this depth of transformation within you. I was, as Callie was talking, I was almost seeing this multidimensional travel transformation, and that's like the best way I can put words to it. And I think knowing, having seen you showing up, Kira, I have a feeling that you will understand what I mean by that. Not everyone would, um, but I feel like, wow, so much depth, and it's like what I'm seeing is like a portal for your wisdom to come through in a more powerful way. And so I'm really looking forward to that, and really grateful for your presence here on this live so that we can have this special energy, and it would be such an amazing blessing to see you on that virtual retreat screen, tuning in from South Africa. So let me know if you're feeling called to join us, and if there's any way I can help you make that possible, because it would be such a gift to have your presence in this collective group.
Yeah, Keira, when you mentioned the multidimensional traveling, like the light bulb came on. Um, Keira, looking at your 4 planets in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is the adventurer, the traveler, the lifelong student. And so, if you have an affinity, or maybe you're just a natural at multidimensional traveling, so the energy that you bring, if you show up to this retreat, well, it will benefit the collective, it'll benefit the group.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Mm.
Wow.
Mm.
Let's see. We have Teresa's daughter, 11301 in Riverside at 3:09 a.m. I always forget that your daughter is the same age as my son, just a couple months younger.
Keira, will you post that one again? I did not get that one.
Oh, of course. Sorry. And it was 3:09 a.m.
And do we have a time for that one? If we did, I missed.
3:09 a.m.
Thanks. Too much things at once.
I was trying not to flash them. Oh, oh my gosh. I just as I was waiting for you to talk, I just saw this. Wow, Patricia, we're gonna get to you soon. I think you Oh my gosh, congratulations. She's coming. Woo! Have to have a little mini celebration. That is so awesome. I think you're gonna get a little reading coming up too. I see you put your information in. I love that you had a dream about it. That is so magical. Yeah. And we're gonna come back to Anthony. So we don't get lost where we are in the process.
All right. So this is for Teresa's daughter. Let me get tuned in here. Oh, okay. Oh, we've got another person, just like Keira, who's got their moon and their Saturn right next to each other in Gemini. What are the odds? I don't even know. And also, her North Star is in Gemini. So a deep time for transformation, for healing, especially on the emotional level, learning life lessons, and at such a young age is really a beautiful opportunity. Um, wow. So Teresa's daughter, the thing that shows up right away is the Grand Trine in air, and there are so many planets. Let's see, 70% of your planets are in air. So I imagine she's a really good communicator or a bookworm. Um, if not, it's time to start writing because you've got a lot to say. With the Grand Trine in air. And Grand Trine is going to be activated. The kinds of downloads that are going to be coming through for you with this retreat, with all the things that are coming in Gemini during that week, and then also your Jupiter is in Cancer, so Venus and Mars activating the Jupiter in Cancer. Joyful time. Should be a lot of fun. A lot of fun, even though you're going to be processing potentially some like deep emotional life lessons. Joy will be there.
Oh, what an honor to have this amazing being joining us and bringing this special gift that's coming through, like you said, in such a young person. It's such a blessing to have this opportunity. I'm so grateful, Teresa, that you're bringing your daughter and that we get to spend time and be a part of this transformation that's coming at this time of life. It's such a gift.
Yeah.
Once again, no words.
And I just want to drop in that a potential like great intention for her is to really connect in with what her soul's longing is, and especially in terms of her career, what she wants to do with her life's work and her career are like this. So, and it's just going to be so activated and supported this week in June.
How beautiful. Amazing. Oh, before we move on, I want to come back to Keira because we have a comment with the loss of both parents 6 days apart in the beginning of 2021. I know it's my time to shine on bigger and brighter. Yes. And Teresa says, it's time to write your book, Keira. Yes. Yes, such a gift. And Trisha Maharaj, it's not, we're not going to drop into your reading quite yet because we have some other people ahead of you, but I haven't seen you before. Now, Trisha must be related to Kirath. Tell us how you're connected, because I can't tell from your picture if you're wife, daughter, sister. It's such a pleasure to have you with us today. And Teresa says she's crying again, thanking you for this reading, Callie. Thank you so much for being here, Teresa. I'm so glad you could be with us today. Here's where she was crying before. See, I'm catching up with the comments kind of randomly as we see them. Yes, Callie is amazing. And let's see, who else do we have on here? Patricia, who signed up for the virtual retreat. What is in store for Patricia from Gainesville? It's funny, when I see these, I think of you in that location, even though I know this is the location of your birth and you may not be anywhere near Gainesville now. But I do love that area of Florida.
All right, Patricia, I'm looking at your chart. Got it pulled up. So I'm not going to start with Gemini for you. I'm going to start with Cancer, because that's where the planets are, and in the 12th house. So if you have ever been into any kind of shamanic work, and I remember, Keira, you mentioned that y'all are going to be doing some of this in the retreat. This is a great time for you to do that, to dive into that, to give yourself the have fun with that shamanic journeying, the energies of it. Jupiter for you is in the 12th house and it's in Cancer. So it tells me that shamanic energy, that deep dive work, even dreaming, lucid dreaming, things like that, dream work, potentially like brings you so much joy, like just fills your heart up. So much there for you. And with Uranus right next to Jupiter, I imagine that you're this like beautiful, rebel, intuitive, like big-hearted person. Doesn't necessarily like to like go through the conformity. And Mars is going to be supporting you with this. Mars is going to be helping you break out of any patterns that are keeping you stuck, or showing you where it's good to be a rebel, where it's good to like stand outside of the crowd, and wave your freak flag, or however you want to describe it, to be that different essence. But the other thing potentially that's going to be coming up for you, which may have been a struggle in your life, is this pull between Capricorn and Cancer. So if you've ever had any like felt pulled between your mother and father, felt pulled between your male and female roles in life, working, like being a workaholic or being an intuitive healer, and how to navigate both of those. Those are the kind of things that will be coming up for healing for you. And then the beautiful piece is that when Mars and the Moon move into Leo towards the end of the week in June, that's your first house, and that's how you're meant to show up in the world, to shine your light. And I love it when the first house is in a fire sign. It's so much fun. So the fact that you're going to be like going through all this deep processing, shamanic journeying, paying attention to your dreams, deep healing and transformation, and then coming out, like the Empress, really beautiful, regal, standing in your power. That's the potential I see.
Oh, so beautiful. I'm getting the full body chills again. And I'm really feeling that, Patricia, that deep shamanic connection that you bring. And as evidenced by you dreaming of this retreat before happening upon this live and realizing what you were dreaming about, and then stepping in, following that calling, and choosing to step in and join us as soon as you realize that that's where you're meant to be. That I can feel that that level of presence and connection will serve you well. So excited to get to be in your presence more in this virtual retreat coming up so soon. Yay.
And I just want to drop in this last piece for you, Patricia, is you're meant to be a leader. You're meant to be strong and stand in your wisdom and be seen as a leader. And you choose how to show up as that. And so setting your intention around leadership could be really beneficial.
Yeah, I feel that. Thank you, Callie. So beautiful. Adrienne. Oh, Adrienne. Adrienne. I'm not sure which way I should be saying it, but thank you for bringing your beautiful energy to our call today. And yeah, as soon as I popped your picture up, I just feel so much joy in this opportunity to connect with you. So I'm excited to hear what Callie has for you, and love to have your presence at the retreat in June.
All right, I've got Adrienne's chart. So the first thing I see in your chart is your grand trine in Earth. So very practical, very grounded, and I just get this like really strong. It's almost like a really loud noise coming in about the elementals. Like it's almost like they're yelling at you, like, "Hey, we want to connect. Like we've got some things for you. We've got a lot for you." Uh, um, so looking at the dates for you, what's going to be coming in is your like opportunity to look at how you feel secure in your life, security, but what brings you comfort, what brings you like daily creature comforts. And again, we're talking about that earth energy, even though the sun in Gemini is going to be illuminating that, we're talking about that earth energy. So much earth energy is coming through for you this week. And I'm just going to take a moment to kind of connect in and get the next little piece. So what's showing up is you have 6 planets, so 60% of your planets are in the 6th house of Virgo, like Virgo energy. And you even have some of the Virgo energy in the house of Virgo. And then we add in the grand trine in Earth. So I imagine that you're a very grounded woman. And the 6th house, it's very practical. It loves routines, but the higher piece that I want to bring in for you is being of service, especially to women, understanding health and healing, um, especially in connection to routines, time management, and food. So if any of these things are lighting up for you, like pay attention, they're calling. There's so much potential here for you in the earth elements.
Sorry, I was muted because my son was running water, and then I tried to talk, and I was like, oh, oops. Oh, Adrian, I love that you're bringing all of this earth in to blend with the water and the air that are showing up in such power. And I'm almost feeling like you're able to ground the lightning. That's what I'm sensing from you, is that we can call down that power of heavens, and you can absorb it, be transformed by it, and bring through exactly what is needed. So I'd love to hear how this is landing for you. It's such a pleasure to have you here with us today, and would love to see you at that retreat in June, whether in Mount Shasta or showing up on the virtual retreat screen. What you bring is so needed on the planet right now. So whatever you're out there doing, I'm just going to add a little support to you because I know it's important.
Yes, Adrian, I just want to drop in too that week. It's going to be lighting up your North Star in Pisces. So pay attention to your dreams. That lightning fast download is gonna come through in some way or another.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So we have Trisha, and Keira said yes, she is his partner, also known as his wife. It's such a pleasure to virtually meet you, Trisha, after seeing Keira show up here for a couple years now. So welcome, and excited to hear a little more about you through the lens of your astrology.
So I'm not super like. I just want to make sure that we've got the right year going on.
Oh, 1900 is what it's saying here, and that 2208. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm understanding the notation on your date either, Trisha. Um,
Oh, 1990?
1990. Okay, so it was just a extra zero. That makes more sense.
It's my sister's birthday, August 22nd.
Oh, and Adrienne says it so resonates and makes perfect sense. A strong desire to help women, just not sure exactly how. Well, that's coming through for you, my dear. I'm looking forward to connecting more if you feel called to drop in a little deeper and see what that looks like. That's what we're here for.
And Trisha, if you'll clarify, is it 7:45 in the morning?
Was that 7:45 a.m., Trisha? Yes. I'm glad we have such a responsive audience. Thank you for thank you for helping us out that way, Trisha and Keira.
All right, Trisha the Leo. So I love how repeating patterns show up. So we've got another woman here with a grand trine in Earth. So Trisha, like right off the bat, I think that in some ways you must be like very grounded or practical, um, very of the Earth. You've got so many planets on Earth, 60% in the sign of Earth. Um, and what shows up right away for you when I look at this week in June is your career line. And it's not just your career line, but it's what your legacy is, what you're meant to be remembered for, like leaving something lasting. And it's going to be illuminated with the sun and the moon and Mercury and that North Node in Gemini that week. Um, you're also going to have a lot of potential with healing any blocks to your intuition, to your healing abilities, to you as a healer, especially anything that came from your childhood, anyone that dismissed your high sensitivity, your maybe being an empath, um, any way that you weren't seen for your true gifts and your strengths. It's going to be a great time to heal that so that you can really step out and shine your light, because that's a big part of your higher calling, your career, that legacy that you have the potential to leave is through um, that spiritual connection, the intuition, um, the healing abilities.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh, I thank you, Trisha, for showing up with your presence. Keira says she's a massage therapist with old school techniques.
Mm.
Very nice. Yeah, I have a feeling that the energy when the two of you are together is just off the charts. Some powerful healing happening over there in South Africa. South Africa is lucky to have the two of you uniting forces for sure. So beautiful.
And Trisha, I just want to drop in to pay attention to what you bring through the physical body and that connection to other people's physical bodies. You might have a deeper wisdom and understanding than you give yourself credit for.
Mm. Yeah, I think that that is such an important message for all of you healers out there. This is something that I've witnessed in my journey as a healer. Um, the information that comes through, we often are tempted to dismiss it because it doesn't come from our knowledge brain. And yet, the more that I've allowed my intuitive hits to be spoken and shared with my clients, the deeper healing has been available for them. And so I really encourage you to trust those intuitive hits and bring them through and share them when they come to you. That is another added layer of healing that you can offer your clients. So beautiful. Yeah. So we maybe have time for one or two more. We didn't actually talk about cutoff time for this video. I think we have a couple more people, a couple more requests out there, and I just wanted to check in with you, Callie, and your timing in terms of if you're up for a couple more.
I am good for one.
One more?
Yep.
Okay. One more it is. And we'll go with Terje Kulu. I may be completely butchering your name, and I apologize if so. You are born in the same year as I am, my dear.
And Terje, if you could give me the city of your birth or just the capital. Um, Either way, I just need a place to enter in.
While we're waiting for that, I'm going to say hello to Deanne Tartu. Deanne, we are talking about the upcoming Mount Shasta retreat, and we're actually just wrapping up the opportunity for the personal readings. But if you go back and watch this video from the beginning, when it's over, you can receive the collective readings. We did a really powerful collective reading early in this video for the energies that will be aligning for all of us at Mount Shasta in June.
All right, Terje, got your chart. So what shows up right away is your Saturn is in Gemini, so that's what's going to be so very activated by those 3 planets in the North Node that we were talking about earlier. So if there's been any life lessons that you haven't quite gotten a hold of, or you just want some extra energy to like move through it, to grab a hold of it, so that you don't have to keep repeating it, you can hit the next level of learning. It's going to be a great time for you. And especially getting that extra from the North Node, really calling the whole collective for soul growth and moving towards our soul longing. So it'd be like just a beautiful time for you. The other piece that comes in is with Cancer and all of the planets that are going to be activating the energy of Cancer for you, the traveling piece. And I just go back to the connection of the multi-dimensional traveling. It could be like a lot of fun and a wild ride for you. Just we've got a lot of potential there. So a different kind of traveling when we haven't been able to travel as much around the world. It'll feed that traveling spirit.
So beautiful. And I feel like this is also, there's a piece of this that is also for the collective in general around this opportunity to travel and not travel, to travel multidimensionally. And so when you think of going to a virtual retreat, because yes, there will be a group of us live in Mount Shasta, and then there will be a group who are traveling virtually to be with us in Mount Shasta over the internet. And realize that if you choose to join the retreat virtually, you will also be traveling to connect with Mount Shasta through the quantum field, through the multidimensional nature of our reality. You will be able to connect physically, not physically, in that way through your energy bodies. Your energy body can travel through, there are no limitations of space-time travel in terms of these greater spiritual opportunities that are available. And so I really encourage you, if you're feeling the call and you're thinking, oh, I'm not going to be able to travel physically there, maybe I'll just wait until next time. Consider that what is available now is available whether you can come physically or you come virtually. And I'm really excited to see who's being called in this way, because there's a different, there is just as much opportunity and a different type of opportunity. And to be able to bring the energy to be in your home and bringing the energy of Mount Shasta into your space is just as powerful of an opportunity as it is to travel across space time and be with us there in the flesh. And I highly encourage both or either, because it's going to be amazing. I can feel as we're sitting here together, this alignment falling into place that Callie's been talking about. It's very soon now. So some of these planetary alignments, I mean, they all are already in motion, right? They're already coming into these positions, preparing to create this sacred space for our transformation. And what a blessing. Keira says, using the grid of connection to travel, I feel the energy flow in my space far from there. Yes, yes. Keira is a very skilled energy healer, multidimensional traveler. So he knows exactly what we're talking about. And if you're ready to save your seat, I'm going to put that link up here one more time. And and then Callie, so this retreat, this link that I put in the comments and that I'm putting up here will take you to a page for the live retreat. And there's a link there to go to sign up for the virtual retreat if you're going to be joining us virtually. And then Callie, I want to also put a link up for you. So if somebody out there would like to get their own private personal reading from you, or learn more about your other services, how would you like them to connect with you?
Oh, that's a great question. I was not prepared for this. Let me grab the link.
I can tell everyone is very excited to connect with Callie more. I know it was such a blessing to have you with us, and you are so welcome. Universal hug back to you in South Africa and all of you around the world. I love how we have a global audience here today. This is such an amazing blessing that we get to have people from South Africa, from India, from Estonia, from, gosh, I don't remember where all of you were from, but we really literally have a global audience here today. And it is such a blessing that we're able to connect this way. And in this time when global travel has become extra challenging, that we can still have a virtual retreat and share space in that way is such an amazing blessing. So do you have your link ready, Callie?
Yes, I think I sent it to you. I'm not sure how to comment on this.
Oh, okay. You sent it to me, Facebook Messenger?
No, on the chat here.
Oh, on the StreamYard chat.
Yeah.
I'm glad I asked, because there it is. All right, I'm going to copy. And then I'm going to go back over here and paste. And there it is in the comments. And there it is on the screen. And this must be a new Facebook link because I haven't seen this one yet. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
So tell us a little more about what are we going to find if we go to your link?
So I love working with people who are very intuitive, especially if they're looking to get clear with their business or how to step out with their intuition, their gifts that aren't necessarily supported by the practical mind, and yet are so needed in the world. So I use astrology and energy healing to help my clients align their businesses with what's going on with the planets now, helping them focus on what's most important, the projects. So the overwhelming, all the things you want to do um, aren't so overwhelming. And also, like specific things um, like your best ways to write for your audience. Also, the best ways for you to align with money and show up as a leader with your work.
Mm, wow. Well, I definitely feel like that is what you have offered us today in relation to the Mount Shasta retreat, June 9th to 14th. And so I think those of you who have been with us really got an idea of how Callie might be able to help you look through the lens of your business or your projects and really align yourself with what is going to come through easily and to your best, highest path of activation here on the planet. And so definitely check out her Facebook, reach out and send her a message, and be connected to this amazing light worker, energy healer, astrologer that brings together these gifts in such an amazing way. I have not seen anyone else who does this quite in the way that Callie does. It's really special. And if you're feeling called to Mount Shasta, please don't hesitate. Jump on in. If you have any more questions, reach out to me and I will be happy to help you figure out what is needed. If you feel like there's something getting in your way of joining and you need help clearing that obstacle, I'm here for you in that way as well. So do not hesitate to reach out to either or both of us. And I look forward to seeing more of you soon. If you want to make sure you catch these informative and fun lives, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Keira Lani Treegong Healer, or follow me on Facebook, also Keira Lani Treegong Healer. And I will see you next time. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Thank you so much, Callie. You are amazing.
Thanks, Keira. This was a lot of fun.